tell me about why you went on this journey. It wasn't just to cross Canada. It was for a specific purpose. Why was that?
Yeah, so crossing Canada was really a milestone event en route to a much bigger expedition. So we're going to cycle from Alaska to Patagonia next year, crossing the entire Americas. It's called Wings of Survival. That's the project. And there's a lot of detail to it, but it was really meant to be a warm-up event, so testing our gear, really see how we keep up. Is the training good? Is our nutrition good? We've worked with the University of Alberta, so we've done several studies, which is really unique. And we're plant-based athletes, so that's adding additional charm to what we did. And yeah, really a testing ground and trying to build momentum, working with different organizations, Birds Canada, Wildlife Conservation Society Canada, trying to foster good relationships, and in a way making the big expedition a little bit more realistic to people. It's just such a huge undertaking for people to understand, yeah, that's something they can actually do this, right? So.
And it's about conservation. It has to do with the environment. Then how did that come about? Can you tell me about that?
Well, the entire project, Wings of Survival, has always been based around protecting areas that need protection. Every area needs protection, I think. But really, while we were in Colombia training, we kind of decided we'd postpone everything a year and kind of focus more on Canada. And Timm brought up the UN Global Initiative that was actually founded in Montreal, and that's that we need to protect 30% of land and water by 2030. So we thought this was a really cool way to incorporate that messaging by highlighting 30 different protected areas along Canada's cycling route that we picked, and really just kind of showcasing and telling the story about why it's important to protect these habitats or these environments for animals, for us, for just as a global initiative, just to really highlight that importance. And I think that really helped us kind of clarify our goals moving with our future goals of Wings of Survival.
What was your favorite part about it? Out of everything that you saw along the way, the different conservation areas that you stopped in, Leanna, do you have a favorite spot? I know that's a really unfair question.
Canada's so diverse. That really hit home for me. I always knew it was, and you learn in school, but really traveling this way, you just got to appreciate so many different areas. And because you're on a bike, you're kind of in the environment. So it's just beautiful. Timm has always highlighted the grasslands, so that was an area. I mean, most of us, we always think, oh, let's head to the mountains or the ocean. Let's not go to the grasslands. But really, that area was so special. It's just such a unique area, and it needs so much protecting and so important to our ecosystems. But I also really enjoyed, the Bay of Fundy out east. There's so many great places, but those two areas were areas I guess didn't really stick out of my mind until now.
Yeah. So now you have this bigger journey that you are planning on going on. Timm, when are you planning on doing that?
Yeah, so we're hoping to take off in June next year. So we're starting in Alaska in the Arctic Wildlife Refuge. Really special place, lots of migratory birds sort of congregate before they start spreading out into the world. And so this is part of our sort of concept. Like we're following the migration of birds. So we're going to work with some scientists. We're going to put little GPS transmitters on birds. And then we're literally following those birds as they migrate all the way to Patagonia. If they're collaborating, they could be going anywhere, but that's in a way the story arc. So it's the migration of birds, and we're emulating what the birds are doing, really to give people sort of a different glimpse into nature and making it more relatable, because people much more easily relate to what we are doing as humans. Right? There's some kind of response when we say Alaska, Patagonia, crazy, cool, something. It's much harder to grasp when you talk about birds. But they're the real champions. We're just doing it once. They do it twice per year, back and forth.
Well, as a birder, I'm a new birder, but this absolutely speaks to me. And again, I think it's incredible what you're doing. And as you follow that journey, I will be following your journey. Thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us today.
Thank you.